bees. Buzzing bees. Honeybees are busy all summer long. They fly from flower to flower, feeding on the sweet nectar inside. There are many different types of bees. Most of them live on their own, either in a burrow or a hollow stem. But honeybees live with thousands of others in a huge group called a colony. A colony works as a team. Together the bees build a nest, find food, fight their enemies, and take care of their young. A bee's nest. Honeybees build their nest in a cave or a hollow tree. Bees make a waxy material which they shape into long slabs called honeycombs. Bees' nests are strong and may last 50 years or more. A wasp's nest. Wasps live in colonies too. Every year they build a new nest out of thin sheets of paper. They make the paper themselves by chewing tiny pieces of wood and mixing it with their saliva. The nest has a small doorway which is always guarded. The wasps keep their eggs and young safe inside. There is no buzzing noise because wasps are very quiet. In this picture we see the wasp is very different from the bee. The wasp is on the left and the bee is on the right. Their bold stripes warn of sting. Look at all those honeycombs. They look like little hexagons. Some have honey and some have eggs and larvae and pupas developing. A honeybee's year. In a honeybee's nest, most of the bees are females called workers. A few of the bees are males called drones. One of the bees is a queen. When she is young, the queen bee mates with the drones. Soon afterwards, she begins to lay thousands of eggs. She lays each egg in its own little pocket or cell in the honeycomb. After 3 days, the eggs hatch into wriggly grubs called larvae. The worker bees feed the larvae with nectar and pollen from flowers. In a few days, the larvae are full grown and the workers seal their cells with wax. Inside, each larva changes into a pupa, which then becomes a bee. What are the stages? First the egg, then the young larva, then the full-grown larva, then the pupa. What are the bee types? Worker, drone, and the queen. The new bees start work as soon as they hatch. They clean the nest, feed the queen, and take care of the next batch of eggs. As they grow older, the young bees start to make wax and build new slabs of honeycomb to hold extra food supplies for the winter. During the summer, the workers leave the nest to gather food. They suck sugary nectar from flowers with their long tongues. Pollen is a yellow dust made by flowers. As they eat, the bees comb pollen onto their back legs and carry it back to the nest. Inside the nest, the nectar is turned into honey and is stored in the cells. The pollen is stored there too, in layers. When a bee finds a new source of food, it returns to the nest and does a special dance to tell the other bees where they can find it too. If a bee's nest gets too crowded, the old queen flies off with a swarm of workers to start a new nest. A larva in the old nest grows into a new queen. Honeybees rest in the winter, feeding on their honey supply and keeping warm. In the spring, they fly off in search of more nectar. Aren't bees amazing? Come and check out my Go-Go Daat channel. We have painting, designing, crafting. It's a creative smorgasbord for all. Come and check us out. It's all good, and finding something new to do is fun. Look for the link under Show More.